What's going on YouTube? My name is Corey. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. And if you guys are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you guys clicking on this video. I'm gonna go over the top 5 reasons why I chose to buy the M1 MacBook Air instead of the M2 MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, or really the M2 in general. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but top 5 reasons, let's get into them. Number 1 reason being the price. Really hard to beat buying a new MacBook from Apple right now, with the lowest price point being $849 is what I paid on Best Buy. I think they're still selling them on their website at like $999, but most major retailers around the world have dropped the price to $899. So that makes it the cheapest MacBook that you can buy brand new from Apple. But just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's cheaply made. It still has the aluminum body from the earlier MacBooks. It has the Magic Keyboard, which works flawlessly. I love typing on that thing. It has the USB-C ports on the side. You get 2 of those, as well as you get Touch ID in the keyboard as well. The overall quality of the laptop is top notch, is what we expect from Apple at this point. Doesn't matter if you're buying the lowest end product or the highest end product, you're still gonna get good quality from Apple, and that's what we expect. Speaking of price, I was back and forth between the MacBook Pro 14-inch and this one, and I started thinking, I'm like, I really don't need the 16 gigabytes of RAM and the bigger SSD and all the power that the 14-inch gave me. So with what I do and just the small video editing that I do, learning the code, like I didn't need more than the MacBook Air, which kind of leads us into our second reason, being the power. So this MacBook Air has 8 gigabytes of unified memory, a 7-core GPU, and that M1 processor that is blazing fast, especially when you optimize the apps that you're using, like Google Chrome and iMovie, and all Apple-based products run extremely fast on this device. So for the day-to-day tasks that I planned on doing, which is, editing YouTube videos, learning the code, things along those lines, I didn't need much more than the MacBook Air. And in the short time that I've had it, it's exceeded my expectations. It's been very fast. I've had absolutely no slowdowns. The only time I did, which I am going to be doing a review, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you are not, go down the bottom of this video, little red subscribe button, click that. It's greatly appreciated. Make sure you turn the bell notification on. And if you're getting any use out of this video or any good information, if you could please hit the thumbs up, that also really helps the channel out. But in that review, I'm going to go over like that first month using a brand new MacBook. I came from an older one, which again I'll get into, and kind of what my experience was. So again, look for that video, make sure your notifications are on. With me learning the code, I found that my old MacBook just wasn't fast enough. I had a 2015 MacBook Pro. It was the base model, and just having 2 screens open, like my code editor and a Google Chrome tab to watch a tutorial, would have it, thermal throttling, and it sounded like a jet engine was kicking on with the fan. So I really felt like I needed to upgrade if I wanted to do anything. Most of you guys know I recently tore my ACL. If you have not checked out that video, I'll leave that linked right here. Make sure you go check that video out as well. It kind of goes over the story of what I did to tear my ACL, but I've been doing a lot of work from the couch and my bed, and I realized that I can't edit YouTube videos. I can't do anything on that laptop, so kind of forced me to buy a new one. And again, based off of the power that I was seeing everyone talk about with the M1s, I didn't think I needed to upgrade to the M2, and we'll kind of get into that a little later in the video of how it might not even be an upgrade for you guys. Reason number 3, availability. It's going to be really hard for you to walk into a Best Buy, a Target, a Walmart, and not find this M1 MacBook Air for sale. And you're most likely going to be able to find it in a variety of different colors, storages, and have your kind of pick of the litter. With an M2 just releasing, unless you pre-ordered it a couple weeks ago, you're probably not going to get your hands on one of those for a while. And if you do, it should tell you that I'll save that for a little later in the video. But let's move on to reason number 4. Reason number 4 being what my current needs were. As I kind of alluded to, my MacBook Air, my MacBook Pro from 2015 just wasn't cutting it anymore. I plan on really buckling down and starting doing more YouTube videos. I am hopefully getting 1 video out a week, if not more. And I want to start doing some video editing on my laptop. And I'm also teaching myself to code. Just wasn't able to do that. So I needed something with a little bit more kick. And the MacBook sitting right there gave me that kick that I needed. And the M1 processor just eats up the tasks that I do on a daily basis. And the fifth reason being the M2 problems. And I know the M1 had a lot of initial problems when it came out as well, but not anything like what the M2 problems are having. And I just thought that if I was going to be spending $400 more on a laptop, I needed it to be significantly better than the laptop that I was going to be replacing with it. And it just didn't seem like that was the case. So that's a big reason why I didn't choose to go with an M2 over the M1. And I don't think you guys should as well. If you guys are in the market for a laptop that works, does all of the things that you need to, and especially if you're a student, and really the vast majority of people, the M1 MacBook Air is going to do everything you need and probably still have some headroom. So save you some money, go with the M1. Overall though, I think if you're in a market for a new laptop in 2022 and even probably in 2023, I would say that picking up an M1 MacBook Air is probably still gonna be your best bet, especially if you're in the Mac ecosystem. It is, to me, still one of the best laptops I've ever used. Actually, no, take that back. It's the best laptop I've ever used. The only thing it actually compares to is my custom built PC when it comes to speed. Other than that, I absolutely love it. I'm going to be doing a review, like I said earlier, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.